All right, peace and greetings, everyone. Today's video is going to be on death culture. All right, I'm trying to make this quick. All right, so what is death culture? Death culture is simply um, anything culturally that promotes death. Now, of course, death, give me that. Of course, death is a part of this reality. I'm not talking about death as in a normality. I'm talking about death as in a culture. You see what I'm saying? So, ways that we exhibit death culture is simply, well, one way is through the music that we listen to. Okay? Prime example. And it's not just hip hop or, rap or mumble rap or whatever you want to call it, because we do have that hard, dark, heavy metal, and the dark metal, all right, and that's a can fall into death culture as well. All right, now, like I was saying, when it comes to the music, what does the music say to you? All right, what does the music make you feel? All right, because music is a frequency. All right, whatever you listen to, even if you knowingly know, all right, this is some negative music, all right, I'm gonna listen to it because I like the beat. All right, you'll still notice. I mean, if it's one of those type of songs that's promoting murder and all that type of stuff, you'll notice that energy will manifest itself inside you, and you might start getting a little, you know, a little angry. You know, that's because music is a frequency. And when you listen to music, you're tuning in. You're tuning into that frequency to match that frequency. And that's where you get to bob into the beat, you know. But like I said, that is all frequency. What we're talking about here is death culture. All right. Now, when I say death culture, what I mean is within that music, all right, of course, music, hip hop has lyrics. All right. So if those lyrics are promoting death, I killed a nigga, so you know what I'm saying? All of that. That's part of death culture. All right. The same thing with movies. All right. Although it's a movie and we know consciously that it's not real, your subconscious doesn't pick it up as it's fake. All right. So when you see an individual get killed on a television show or on a movie, your subconscious just seen someone get killed. Because in that movie, they got killed. You seen it. You seen the blood. You saw the hole in the head. You saw all of that. You saw it. All right. That's death culture. All right. And it can even go as deep as when it comes to having children. And for those of you who have children, uh, you may run into those individuals who say that, oh, you don't need to have any more children, or stop having children. All right. But for what reason? Number one, for what reason did that individual feel the need to tell you and your family or your significant other that you shouldn't have any more children? In my eyes, through my perception, that's part of death culture. All right. How can you take something as beautiful as having or bringing life into this world, all right, and turn it into something that you shouldn't do it anymore? You should stop. You shouldn't want your lineage to live on. you should just have one child. All right. To me, that's part of deaf culture, and that's the the mainstream society that we live in. It's a deaf culture. Now, you can live in this society and not partake in the deaf culture, but it's all around us. You know, it's kind of pretty hard to get away from, but you can get away from it. It's just all about how you navigate through this realm. It's all about how you control yourself. That's as simple as it gets. All right. Death culture, it even can get deeper into how we communicate with each other and how we, or, how men will communicate with women, or how men will talk to women, and vice versa. I don't like to point the game and say it's just the men or it's just the women. No, it's both parties. All right, both parties, because together we are whole. So it takes both parties. So, with that being said, let's go with, because I'm a male. Let's go with the men uh, portraying or projecting deaf culture towards women. And easy one is music once again. All right, and specifically hip hop or mumble rap, or whatever it is that you want to label it today. Well, I don't really consider mumble rap hip hop. I'll throw that out there, but mumble rap and some hip hop music. I don't know why that came out like that. Hip hop music. So listen to the lyrics that a lot of these rappers, use. Calling women, you know, bitches and hoes, or uh, expressing how women a are more of a prize than an actual human, a human being, or an equal to you. All right. To me, that's death culture, because what are we projecting when we do this? All right, we're telling, because I mean, adults listen to, everybody listens to some form of music, but you know, children tend to lean more towards, uh, I guess, what the masses, listen to, because they're easily manipulated. They're easily, uh, they are naturally going to follow because they're children. That's what they do. So when you have a generation that is being taught through society or through the music that women aren't an equal, because that's really what it gets down to when you really listen to these lyrics. All right, I don't care about her, but I'll do this to her. Blah 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 blah. All right, that's a death culture, because that doesn't produce life. And let's say that individual did something with a female and it did produce life. All right, the necessary components to have an actual family aren't there. All right, so that's strike one. All right, the mother will most likely, you know, will put the father in some form of child support, which in that situation she should, because if the dude's not trying to be there, I mean, of course, she should do something that that she could have some type of help to take care of her children. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm getting at is the death in that. Hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So that mother, and I'm not saying that, you know, single mothers don't do a good job in raising children on their own. It's not what I'm saying. But that is not, it's not supposed to be quote unquote natural. All right. Because then what are we saying if we say that it's normal for a woman to raise her children on her own? We're saying that the men are simply there for the conceivement of the child, and then that's it. The male has no job in the household. He has um, no place. All right. So right there we have a uh, misproportioned household. It's not whole. And of course, you'll say, well, what if, she has a stepfather and all of that type of stuff, which I respect any man who will raise children that aren't his, all right? And I want to add that, okay, because I'm trying to watch what I say here. I feel that you can not replace a biological father, not in his state where he's a deadbeat, not that father, not not that individual's lower self, but the father that every father wishes to be. All right, there for their children. Every real father, because there are some men out there who just don't care. I don't understand that, but hey, they're out there. All right, but that to me is all. It all ties in with deaf culture, because I feel when a child has that natural parent and he's willing to be there, and the mother is willing to be there and willing to do what they have to do to raise their children right and not let society, the death culture, raise them and continue the cycle, because that's all it is. It's a cycle. That's what this death culture is causing. It's a cycle of death. But like I said, yes, death is a part of this reality, but it's not a culture. Death is not to be a culture. And when I say that, listen very carefully. It's not supposed to be a culture. We're not supposed to have a culture centered around death. And that's what we have. But like I said, you can choose whether or not to partake in it. And depending on who you surround yourself with, it may be easier than than for some than it is for others to not partake in the death culture. All right. Now we're getting into 15 minutes, so I just want to say I'm gonna try to do a part two. Or let me know if you think I should do a part two. This was just something that I wanted to share with you all, and I hope that this video may help someone realize that we should be a life culture, not a death culture. We should be exalting life. We should be carrying a mindset that I want to prosper. I want the next person to prosper. I want my family to prosper. I want my children to grow up and prosper, and to know right from wrong, and to know that this is a death culture that we live in. And I'm going to end it on this. I'll try to keep my videos around 15 minutes. So, I will have another video as soon as I can. I've been kind of busy lately. We love you. Stay positive. Be strong. You are in control. And we shall see you next time.